Hi my sweet friends, and welcome back to Crochet Every Day with Judy. Today I have some new yarn to show you and a finished object. I'll start first with the finished object. This was my year-long temperature project. This was sponsored by Katrina at Mindful Crafts and More, and I will have her channel linked in the description box below. I decided to do a scarf, and I decided just to do single crochet, and it's not very wide. It's about 6 to 7 inches wide, but it's very, very long. I haven't even measured the length, and I still have one end to weave in, but that's okay. But here is the progress for December. We started actually in the yellow, which, okay, let me look at my chart here. The yellow was 61 to 70. So yellow was 60s, green was 50s, blue was 40s, and gray that you can see in here and more up here was 30s. And this is what we're in now. I did projected for the end of the year, and that was just really the last few days. So that was December, from that yellow up to the top here, which is gray. So I will go through the whole scarf. I'll do it quickly because, I don't know, you may not be interested in all of this, but I've still got all of the stitch markers in there. So January, as we can see, was in the 30s and 40s. And the pink, oh goodness, pink was in the 20s. So back in January, we had some 20s weather too. So that was to this stitch marker. Then this one is February. And as we can see, more 20s, 30s, 40s. I don't think it got out of the 40s. And then this next month, let's see, January, February, yes, March. So we started to see some 60s in March. Just a little bit. So that was a warm month. And then April, and let's see, the purple was up in the 70s. And then we add May, lots more purple. So we had a warm May. Sorry, I think I missed a couple of stitches on the ends there. And then here we go into June. The red is 80s and the orange is 90s. So, but then look, we dipped down into the 60s also in June. And then July comes along, more 80s and 90s, some 70s. And then August, we're still hot in August as well. So lots of 80s in August. September, look at that. We had a very warm September. But toward the end, it started to get cooler. That green was 50s. And then September, a mix of temperatures in September. October, lots of 60s and 50s. November and December. Okay, so that was my temperature scarf. And that one is finished. I can mark that one off. I showed in an earlier video, and it must have been toward the end of the month. I mean, toward the beginning of December. The finished Mighty Mile a Minute make-along with Jada at Jada in Stitches, and that was a blanket, a mile a minute blanket, and I finished mine. The Birthstone Make-Along AU by Judy at Witch Piece Crafts was this shawl here, and a virus shawl. So I finished that, and I showed it in an earlier video. The one that I have not finished that was a year long is the Pineapple Afghan. Now, it called for 1 square every month, a 12-inch square. Well, just like with most of my others, I decided I wanted it bigger. So I have 23 or 24 squares and I need 36. So I think I have 23. So I need 13 more, and I have ordered the cotton for that. I'm making mine in a cotton yarn, Hobie's 8/4 cotton, 100% cotton. So I've ordered that, and it will be here soon, and I will finish those 13 and then get it all put together probably sometime in January. So that will be nice as a bedspread for our bed in the summer. So the next thing I have to show you is yarn that I bought. Now, this first that I'm going to show you, I bought possibly a month ago, and it's been sitting here. Paint box yarns. I love paint box yarns, and I've got a pretty good supply of them, but I wanted more in shades of blue because I'm going to be doing some blankets. So, and I prefer a 3-weight over a 4 for blankets because they just get too heavy, especially if they're queen size blankets, which is what we need for our bed. And I don't know if I will make these all large size or if I'll make them smaller to give away. But anyway, I ordered 4 colors and they were having a sale. And if you bought it by a 10 skein bag, you got the lowest price, I think. So anyway, that's what I did. So this is paint box yarn. It's a 3-weight. It's their Simply DK, a 3-weight yarn. It is 100% acrylic, 302 yards, made in Turkey. Use a oh, here we go. A 4mm hook, although I will use a larger hook than that. I usually use a 5mm hook with DK yarn. Or if I want it to be really drapey, I'll use a 5.5. But for this one, I probably will use the 5mm. Machine washable on wool or gentle cycle with light colors, tumble dry on cool setting, cool iron, dry cleanable, do not bleach. And this is color number 140. So I bought 10 of those. So that's over 3,000 yards of each of these colors. So this was color number 140. These are all paint box DK, same specs, just different color number. This is 134, which is, it's a teal. It's not showing teal, but it is a teal. Then here's one that's more of a turquoise, color number 133. There, that's more like it. And then the last one is a royal. Oh, and the band came off. I'll find it. A royal blue. So I don't have that color number. But so that should do me for a couple of blankets, especially if I mix in some other colors. Then I got onto Michael's and they had a sale on. I wanted to try their crystal cakes and, was it tea cakes or cloud cakes? Anyway, I placed my order. I was supposed to get 3 different colors, 2 in the crystal cakes and 1 in another, and I can't remember what kind it was. Well, one of the colors of the crystal cakes got canceled, and the other kind of yarn, cake yarn, got canceled. So all I've ended up with is 3 crystal cakes, and this is in the colorway Starry Night. And I don't know if you can see, but there are sparkles in it. There, you can see them. And it's a lot of grays, and I've come to really like gray lately, especially mixing them with other colors or putting them in a project with other colors. But let me read you the specs on this. It's a medium 4-weight, and yes, and it has a halo. You can see that. it takes a 5mm crochet hook. With 4s, I use 5.5mm. I like the drape better. 64% acrylic, 24% polyester, 7% nylon, 5% metallic. 8.5 ounces, 634 yards. Now I have 3 of these, so that's 1,900 yards, which gives you enough to make something really nice. And as I said, the colorway is Starry Night. So there we go again. Love all the sparkle. So that's the yarn that I bought recently. And that's all I have to show you for this video, but I will be back with more. And I will be joining some crochet alongs. I'm not sure how many year-long ones this year. As I said, I did 4. I'm not sure how many year-long ones I will do. I'll have to see what they are and if I want to do them. I may try and do a crochet along of my own. I also want to start designing, and I'm going to start with small objects, but I'm also learning new stitches. That's another goal for 2022, and I've actually already started with a crochet along from Lisa at Ladybird Loves. She did a crochet along where you choose four colors, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a main color. And then every week she spins her spinny wheelie thingy to choose. Oh, this is over actually. So each week during the 12 weeks, she spun the wheel to see what color we used for that week. And you had to use 2 rows of your main color and 4 rows, I should say at least 2 rows of your main color and at least 4 rows of the color chosen for that week. Then she did another spinny wheelie thingy that had, oh, she must have had 25 or more different new stitches. And so I will be showing that. I'm late getting it done, and I wasn't in it for the prizes because she'll be having a drawing for prizes. I was in it to learn the new stitches. So I've kind of gotten a head start on my 2022 learn new stitches goal. Some of them have been fun, some not quite so fun, but I'm glad I'm learning them. So I'm actually only halfway through it. So I'll be showing that when I get it finished, and I'm hoping to finish it this weekend because there is another crochet along that I'm starting up by the Crochet Crowd, and several ladies in Zoom are doing the same crochet along, and I thought, well, with this brand new yarn, I can use it and do this crochet along. So once that gets going, I'll tell you more about it. Yeah, so those are some of my goals for 2022, to learn new stitches, to start designing. Yeah, so it should be fun. And maybe you can join me in learning some new stitches. Maybe that will be my crochet along. I'll do one like that, and learning new stitches. Or I'll design something and then have you do a crochet along with that project. We'll see. Still in the thinking stage, so we'll see what happens. But thank you so much for being here. Please like, subscribe, share. I appreciate it when you do that. I want to tell all of you that I so appreciate your support. I cannot believe how many people watched my 25 days of Christmas videos, the first 25 days of December. And it was fun to do them. It was so much fun to do that exchange. That's another thing that I kind of would like to do again, is another exchange with someone, whether it's for Christmas time or something else. So if there's anyone who is interested in doing an exchange, let me know. And we'll talk about what kind it can be and when we would like to do it. So thank you. Thank you for watching those videos. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate your prayers too. As many of you know, I'm having back and hip and leg problems. Fortunately, I will be able to start physical therapy on the 19th of January. It was not as soon as I had hoped, but it was the soonest I could get in. It seems like with so many surgeries and whatever kinds of conditions being put off last year, doctors were told they couldn't do elective surgeries for a set period of months because of our crisis, our health crisis all over the world. And so many of those have started back up, and I can't even get in to see my orthopedist until June. So doctors, physical therapy clinics, all kinds of medical places are backlogged. So I can't start my physical therapy until the 19th of January, but I will be so glad to start it and see if I can get help for this pain. So I want to thank you all for your prayers. I know that there have been people praying for me, and I so appreciate it. I can really tell I have had relief, pain relief. It is still difficult to get through the day, to walk very much, to stand much at all. But I finally can take my shower in the morning without first having to ice my back so that I can stand up straight in the shower. So that is a huge improvement, a huge improvement. And I thank you so much for your prayers. I really feel that they have made that happen. So anyway, this is long-winded. I thank you so much for being here. I love each and every one of you. Please remember that you are the light of the world. You are my light. So remember, let your light shine, because you never know when someone might need your light to get them through their darkness. I love each and every one of you. Bye-bye.